Hi guys, this is Safi Aquashot and today I'm doing another double build for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. No, it's not the double poison build I briefly mentioned in the previous video. That one is still incoming, but I've decided to split it into two separate videos for melee and bowguns, so I'm going to redo my plans for it. Otherwise it might be a bit too long. In the meantime, I'll be tiding folks over with a different double build, this time for the Aquashot light bowgun dropped by Safi Aquashot. Now, I actually started playing Monster Hunter during the second generation, and I was actually a light bowgun main all the way through 3U. In fact, the very first gaming video I ever posted on this channel was of me using a light bowgun in the 3rd gen portable 3rd game. That being said, I hardly post any light bowgun videos for World and Iceborne. A large part of it is that there are a lot of excellent light bowgun users who post YouTube videos, so rather than doubling up on stuff that they might have already done, I figure it would be better to tackle topics that they haven't already covered. Plus, at this point, the light bowgun is now my 4th most used weapon. Number 1 is the Insect Glaive, with Great Sword and Heavy Bowgun battling neck and neck for the next spot, and also try to spend time using other weapons like Hunting Horn, Lance, and Sword and Shield. So I don't have as much time to just purely play light bowgun. That being said, I still continue to have a soft spot for the LBG, as they say, which was the very first weapon I fell in love with in Monster Hunter. And then after getting my very first Aquashot, after hunting Safi Aquashot, I guess you could say I fell in love again. Love, is it better the second time around? Of course, there are already a buttload of Aquashot videos out there, and for a good reason. This thing is really good. Not just for rapid firing water, but for shooting sticky ammo. In fact, I ordered like 3 or 4 of these just to see what kind of builds I could come up with. Yeah, but with the exception of cutting the tail, you can even say that this is the weapon for breaking Safi Aquashot parts, including the head and tough to reach areas such as the wings and back. As a bonus, you can also use this to paralyze and sleep the monster, giving you even more options. In fact, the best Safi runs I've ever had almost always include 2 Aquashot users. It just goes better for some reason when you got 2 Aquashot users in the group. Now, the meta Aquashot sticky build out there right now basically involves 4 attack upgrades with 1 Nargacuga Essence upgrade, plus 3 Zora and 2 Nargacuga armor pieces. This allows you to get max artillery level 5 with true spare shot, which is an excellent combination, especially when used with explosive sticky ammo that often come with low clip sizes. I mean, if you look up the popular sticky Aquashot videos out there, you will likely see a variation of this build. In my case, I decided to use a combination that can be described as maybe off-meta, but is still a boatload of fun. It also solves a dilemma I mentioned in my Solemn Reflection video for the 3rd set that I put together for that heavy bowgun. In that video, which I am adding a link to, I said that you basically had to make a choice between either getting max level 5 artillery or max level 5 slugger, because each require 3 armor pieces to trigger the set bonus, and you only have space for 5. At the time, I picked max artillery from Zora Magdaros Essence because it was the better skill. With the arrival of Safi weapons, however, you no longer have to split the baby like King Solomon suggested. Yeah, we're going biblical with the references for this video. Yeah, just like the second mom in that story, you can now have the whole adorable child to yourself with the complete package. Yeah, to quote another wise philosopher named Gordon Gekko. Greed is good. Anyway, here's the build for the true KO King Aquashot, also known as the double max artillery and slugger KO build. Or double KO King Aquashot for short. Yep, somewhere out there, Nappa is grimacing on the ground, muttering, "Ah, it really, really hurt." Yep, he won't be able to fight anymore. So first, the Aquashot weapon upgrade slots. This is honestly like super simple. All you need is 1 slot for Diablo's Ambition. Another option is using 1 slot for Zora Magdaros Essence as well, but Diablo's Ambition was what popped up for me, so I stuck with that one. For the rest of these slots, you don't need affinity or anything else for sticky, so just fill it all up with attack increase, and then just try to get it as high as you can. It's like more mighty butts, more power. I mean, you really don't have to max it out like I did here, with, 1 attack increase 6 and then 3 attack increase 5, especially if you're worried about using too much of your precious Dracolite. Honestly, the only reason I maxed them out was because it took that long for Diablo's Ambition to show up from the RNG. I mean, by the time it did, my attack increase upgrades were like all maxed out. It's like the desire sensor knows. It knows. It's watching, listening, all the time. Even when you're sleeping. Anyway, with the max attack upgrades, you will raise the Aquashot's base attack from 325 to 384. That's like an 18% increase, which is great. Meanwhile, with a Power Charm and Power Talon in your pouch, base attack goes up to 403, so that adds 5% or so. And then if you chug a Mega Demon Drug, Might Seed, and Demon Powder, that goes all the way up to 438, so that's another additional 9% on top of what you already had. And then for those of you who want to live in the moment, popping a Might Pill will let you go up to 458 for a few seconds. Of course, you can also eat Attack Up L at the canteen if you want to roid out even more, but I usually pick Feline Slugger instead, for obvious reasons. I guess you can say that I'm going to be checking out the stars tonight. By the way, if you're lucky enough and find yourself hunting together with the rare unicorn known as a hunting horn user, it gets even more ridiculous with the hunting horn attack buff. This actually happened in one of my hunts, and we actually took down a fresh Safi Jiva that has yet to absorb any energy in just like one hunt. God bless you, hunting horn users out there. Yep, all three of you who play the game. Honestly, I play hunting horn once in a while myself, and I could just sense how giddy people feel once I arrive in response to an SOS. All of a sudden, they turn into those orcs, rushing helms deep after the Uruk-hai commander raises his sword, which apparently comes with Attack Up XL. Now for bowgun customization, you can slot in 2 recoil mods that take you down from very high recoil to average recoil. Average is good in this case. To improve reloading, just slot in 2 evading reload, which perfectly matches your clip size for sticky 3, which goes up to 2 if you gem in free element ammo up. This lets you reload while dash rolling after shooting, so you're still mobile instead of being stuck in the ground. Or on the ground. Grammar! By the way, here's one quick light bowgun tip. You can actually evade reload after planting wyvern mines. Or is it wyvern mines? Yeah, that gives you another option in case you missed your evade reload after expanding all your sticky 3 shots. More options is good. And then rapid fire sticky 2 is also an option, and it does a bit more damage, but note that it holds you in place when you're firing, which makes you susceptible to getting hit by the monster. It also makes it easy to miss that second shot, especially against monsters that move a lot. Personally, I usually stick with sticky 3, pun so totally intended, for more mobility and better rhythm, and then I just craft ammo on the go, which is very easy with the radial menu. You don't even know what it was like pre-Monster Hunter World and that radial menu. Especially in like the really old Monster Hunter games. Yeah, so as far as rapid fire sticky 2, I pretty much just use it as a backup, or during those times when I just have a craving for it and I can't help myself. You know the feeling. It's like eating 2 Jim Boy's tacos for lunch, even though you know it'll slow you down after that. Hold you in place. And then for the armor pieces, I basically repurposed my sticky HBG mix set, and then kept the Zora head, chest, and waist. I then added the Black Diablo's arms and legs, which thankfully go really well with the Zora pieces. It's like a really nice match. As far as visuals, we all know fashion hunting is the end game. I mean, yeah, you look like the next candidate to be turned into a Nazgul, but at least you won't look like someone wearing assorted hand-me-downs that were given to you by your older cosplaying brother or sister right before Anime Expo because your actual costume didn't make it in time. Something like that. And then for my accessory slot, I use the Razor Sharp Charm, which comes with Spare Shot. The proc rate isn't as high as True Spare Shot from the Nargacuga Armor Set bonus, but it still works really well. I mean, if I remember correctly, I think it's about 30% chance for True Spare Shot to proc versus 20% for regular Spare Shot. Yeah, so anyway, to get the Spare Shot Charm, clear the Master Rank 4 quest, the Perfect Room Light Iron, which you can unlock from your house cat, and then requires you to capture an acidic Glavenus, I believe. In fact, I'll include a link to a previous video I made on how to get all the various charms from your house cat requests. It's like a quest loop. And then to test this set, I decided to hunt the perfect prey, Uragaan, aka Mr. McBouncy J. Leno. This guy! Honestly though, this set looks like it was pretty much designed to be Uragaan's worst nightmare. I mean, first off, Uragaan has a 3-star weakness to KO and water, even though this set isn't fully optimized for rapid-fire water shots. This set also comes with max tremor resist, so unless Uragaan's chin attack lands directly on top of your head, you should be able to shake off its tremors like Mike Tyson would shake off a punch from Michael Jackson. As a result, this build makes the Uragaan hunt something it normally isn't. A lot of fun. I mean, it only takes 1 shot to get your first KO, and I know this because I could still see the second sticky stuck on Uragaan's head while it was going down when I paused the video and slowed it down. And then the second and third KO took 2 shots, and then the fourth and fifth KO took 4 shots. And then the 6th KO and every other KO after that took 5. I think the first part was with Feline Slugger, but even without, yeah, I think it eventually just settled down to about 5 KO shots needed per KO. Or 5 sticky shots needed per KO. Regardless, let's just say that Uragan is going to need not just 2 pills, but the whole bottle of Tylenol after this. Poor guy was on the ground the majority of the hunt. Naturally, you can use this to paralyze a monster, like I said earlier, and then use that as an opportunity to pump in even more sticky shots to the head. And then you can also use this to sleep a monster, place some bombs and river mines, wyvern mines, whatever, and then start peppering the monster with stickies again. And like I said, while this set isn't optimized for element, rapid fire water is still an option if you want to use it. Anyway, there you go, the true KO King Aquashot LBG double max artillery and slugger build. Whew, that's a long name. I mean, that name just has about as many words as the number of times that you can KO a monster that's weak to being knocked out with this build. Pretty much by having max level 5 artillery and max level 5 slugger, it's like having your cake and eating it too, with a nice side of dessert because you can also have spare shot in there. So what is your favorite sticky KO build? Kinda sounds weird, sticky KO. As always, please feel free to leave any thoughts or questions you may have in the comment section. Once again, this is Safi Aquashot, and thank you for watching. Now go knock him out like your mama said.